it's Blackwing 2040. Of course, you know today's Thursday. You know what that means? Today, it's time for Retro Throwback. Today is now a Disney week because the last show I did was a Cartoon Network show. So that means it's now a Disney show. And guys, hold on to your hats because I'm taking you back to one of the best Disney shows that's ever aired on television. Guys, I'm going to be talking about Buzz Lightyear of Starkerman. Oh my gosh. Please tell me, I'm pretty sure anyone who grew up with Toy Story knows darn well they watched this show. This show started out back in the 2000s and ran from all the way to, I would say, 2003 or 4. But, of course, you know, it had its reruns. But then, of course, reruns stopped. But, oh my gosh. Did you guys ever think Buzz would ever get his own show? Because I'm pretty sure I really didn't know. So, how this show started out, it started out as a direct-to-video and DVD film. And then from then on, it got its own series. And it was just crazy. It was just so amazing to... When you watch that show, it just makes you feel like a kid again. Because, come on! I'm pretty sure Buzz Lightyear was everybody's favorite toy when they were a kid. I know, pretty sure he was my favorite toy, alright? Oh my gosh, I just get so excited about talking about this. Oh man, it brings back so many good memories. So anyway, let's talk about, you know, the main characters of the franchise of the show. I don't want to go deep into, like, you know, the recurring characters. Again, I'm going to be having like a long list. So I'm just talking about like sticking with the main characters and the main baddies, or the, you know, the main villains for that matter. And let's start off with Team Lightyear, which of course composed of Buzz, and then you have other members, Mira Nova, who is from the planet Tangia, and her abilities to actually phase through anything. Or wait, no, technically she has like ghost powers in a way, kind of like how Danny Phantom does. Next, you have Booster, who was once a janitor on Starkerman, and he always wanted to be a space ranger. And in the movie, I feel like I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but I feel like I have to. But yeah, Booster was a janitor on Starkerman, and then later on in the film, at the end, he got his dream come true and became a space ranger because he loved, ever since he was a janitor, he said, I just want to be a space ranger so bad, Buzz. I feel like that's exactly how he sounds. That's pretty much exactly how he sounds. And then the last member for Team Lightyear is XR, or pretty much Experimental Ranger. XR is the only robot ranger on Star Command. And think of him as like the main jokester of the group, because everything XR says or does, it's always funny. He just cracks me up. And of course, anytime he's blown up to bits, they always have to put him back together again. XR, I hope he enjoys going to the robot repair room every time after a job. So now we move on to Star Command crew members, Commander Nebula, who pretty much he really does not like XR at all. But he doesn't like robots, period. He really does not like robots. And of course, he always has a peg leg, something they never really explained how he got it, but who cares? He's the commander of Star Command. He gives everyone their orders. And of course, I feel like he enjoys Buzz saving the day and everything. I feel like Buzz is like a teacher's pet for, you know, Commander Nebula. And then next you have the Little Green Men, or LGMs for short. Of course, we know these guys since Toy Story, ever since the Claw. It's just, those guys are just so cute, and you just love being around them. And every time when they see Buzz, they can't help but say Buzz, because, you know, they're such huge fans of Buzz. I feel like everyone on Star Command admires Buzz, because, you know, come on, Buzz, he's the hero. He's the hero. So I think that covers most of, you know, the good guys. Now let's go on to the bad guys. Of course, we all know who the main villain of Buzz Lightyear is. Evil Emperor Zurg. And boy, Zurg is probably one of the most I wouldn't say dastardly, maybe dastardly and funniest, if I would say, funniest villains I've ever seen. Because every time a plan doesn't go his way, of course, I feel like when every time a plan doesn't go any villain's way, they throw a huge tantrum, and of course, he goes this whole "curse you, Buzz Lightyear." That's exactly how it goes for Zurg. But most of the time, every time his minions mess up, which are pretty much they call themselves the Grubs. They're little think of them like the LGNs, but they're totally different. They work only for Zurg. And every time they mess up, Zurg throws a huge fit. And of course, Zurg also had some, I would call them brain robots, but they're pretty much brains in a jar, and they're also one of Zurg's servants. And of course, if they mess up, Zurg gets pissed off. Man, Zurg has a very low tolerance of anger. Very low. Well, very low tolerance for failure, in that matter. So, that's, of course, Zurg is one of the main baddies. There are some other main popular villains. I know these names are going to sound so unfamiliar for you guys. You have Gravitina. She is a villain who has the power to control gravity. And think of her as, like, a villain who, the more attractive kind of villain, that, the villain that attracts the hero. Okay, so pretty much what Gravitina is, or what she does, she has a huge crush on Buzz, and Buzz doesn't like her. Well, of course, because she's a villain. So yeah, that's Gravitina. And the way she looks is her head looks like an actual planet, not like a planet, but like similar to how a planet looks. It has a ring around it, and her power, I guess that's where her gravitational powers come from. Another villain, you have Nos482. Think of him as an electrical vampire, but if you listen to the name Nos482, reference to an old vampire movie with a vampire named Nosferatu. So I see what you did there, Disney. I see what you did there. Nice with the references. Nice. And how he looks, though, of course, he has fangs. He has red, flashy, lightning wings. And pretty much he can hack into anything, any ounce of technology. That's how he is. Next villain is XL, who supposedly, after rewatching the show, he was actually the first experimental ranger, and then XR. So pretty much XL has a huge vendetta against mainly Commander Nebula for, throwing him away and not completing him, because his parts weren't complete, and pretty much whatever was just lying around, that's what he was. Like, he had a Star Command, he had a Space Ranger arm, if I'm correct, a gun blaster that can turn into anything, a chest, a red head, and literally his head is red. And he had, of course, the same, cover hole like XR. And the last villain I'll talk about is Torque. He was Torque, spelled Torque. He was, the first villain in the show, in the first, episode of the series, to be exact. And he was just, you would consider minor criminal until Zurg gave him an upgrade where he could multiply himself, and that's and his skin is yellow, green, I would say winter jacket, if I would say to describe him, and red shirt. I know my descriptions aren't as strong enough for you guys, to think about it, but of course you can go to Google and look up the images, and you can find them right there. So yeah, that's pretty much all the majority of the cool characters in Star Wars. Whoops. Buzz Lightyear Star Command, guys. So, of course, at the end of every retro throwback, I play the theme song of that particular cartoon. The first ounce of seconds in this intro, though, is actually narrated for a little bit, but of course, and then from rest on, it's instrumental. But just for the heck of it, enjoy, guys. Oops, sorry. Forgive me for that one. That was my bad. Alright, let's try that again. Let's begin.
Calling Buzz Lightyear. the galaxy's greatest hero. Skilled, courageous, and ever vigilant. Leaping into action, Buzz Lightyear hurtles to the rescue. His ongoing mission to protect the universe from the dark forces of evil. These are the adventures of Buzz Lightyear of Star Command.
Whew, man, childhood memories, guys. Literally, I miss these days where we had so much awesome cartoons on TV. It's just, where has those days gone? Man, I feel like I wish I could just time travel back to those days. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Retro Throwback. And in the comment section below, tell me, what was your favorite moment of Buzz Lightyear of Star Command? What did you love about the show? Who was your favorite character? I know, pretty sure Buzz was everybody's favorite character. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course stay tuned for next Thursday for another Nickelodeon Retro Throwback. And as always, I am Vengeance, I am Darkness, I am Blackwing. Stay golden.